All right, welcome back to the Beer League Hockey Show, sponsored by Beauty Status Hockey Co. That rhymes. We don't even care. Tonight, we're breaking down the biggest tourney of the summer, the Brettzky Hockey Challenge in Viking, Alberta. Viking, home to the world-famous Viking meets. This is the third annual, or the hat trick, if you will. So we wanted to break down some of the top contenders this year. Let's start with the defending champs, the Wristers. They could repeat as champions. Are two-line passes still okay? Are they still legal? Is floating? Is that legal? Okay, then they could repeat as champions. Team captain Graham McNeil looking to lead the boys to the promised land again. Speaking of promise, the Irma Chiefs, wow. Did this team need a rebuild? They were brutal. A disappointing display in 2016. And the retirement of longtime cappy Sean Jones. A lot of focus will go on the Pryor boys. Now, Pryor means earlier, but those guys are the future. Sorry about that. All right, moving on to the club, and not just the one for your car. A lot of changes offseason for the club. They brought back Doyle Ventura. He's in his 50s, but he's the only guy who can keep Braden Appleby and Devin in line. Goalie Brent Kwolek is now playing defense, so there's that. Let's take a look at my former squad now, the Viking Ribstones. Still waiting for the call, guys. Still waiting. It worked. I can still play. We lost in the finals last year. Maybe that had something to do with me not getting called again. But GM Kevin Square bringing back he wants to bring the squad back to the big game. He signed Hall of Fame coach Mick Sox Halfso, assistant coach Chris Sutter. If you don't skate, Chris Sutter will bench you, I guarantee it. Now, after suffering a bad case of gout, 59-year-old Ken Manson is coming out of retirement to fix the PP. Legendary tough guy Steve Starling will add a little bit of grit. Tyler and Robbie Edmundson will shore up the D, while Skippy and Dean, they're going to be the firepower. Only real question mark, this guy, Brett Sutter. Never heard of the guy, a wild card, probably brutal at hockey. All right, Viking Colony, as always, they are led by the big man, Vern Buffalo Erickson. He's a monster, but aging vets Marty and Robbie Quinton, they're not getting any faster. Pat Clark will need a big tourney for this team even to survive. Chances are the title they're looking for is beer drinking. Look for big things from this group at the Beer Garden. The Viking Icons, they could make some noise. Big Dean Morgan has slowed down from his A&B pipeliner days, but with the help of brothers Darren and Kyle, or Daniel and Henrik as some call them, this team's got a bit of a shot. Let's go to the Viking Blues. They're young guys. They like to party. Their biggest enemy could be the sauce. Cody Halfso has assembled quite the squad with Brad Halfso between the pipes. But go down the list of names. Scory, Naslin, Andrikow, Borth, Antos. Those guys are all going to need a whole lot of beer. All right, let's go to the Puckin' Idiots. One of the best team names, but definitely one of not the best teams. Matt Hutchings and the Miller boys, they're going to give her. But there's a good chance they're going to give her and then fall short. And then finally, Men with Wood. Dylan Garvey, he made it clear in the offseason, until their goalie gets in shape, this team is not going to succeed. The X factor here is fitness, and I'm told fitness did not happen. A few other teams out there, should be a whole lot of laughs. Boys, keep the head up, keep the stick on the ice. Remember, the money's all going to local charity, but if you don't play well, Vern will slap you in the face. Trust me, in the face, and it hurts. That's a look at the third annual Brettzky Hockey Challenge. Have fun, boys.